Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 3 in the NFL right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who covered 6 games with us in Week 2 and went 5-1 against the spread in those 6 games. He's going to cover 6 games with us again here in Week 3. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, so you're covering 6 games with us in Week 3 this week. There's no way you're going to go 5-1 again, right?
No, we'll go 6-0 instead.
You think it's possible you could even go 6-0? I mean, my God. All right, Joe Duffy, give us a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. Tell us how well you've actually been doing at your site with your premium picks.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly not going to claim over the 27 years I've been in the business that I'm hitting, 70% or whatever the heck it is. But no, we're having a great year. We're way ahead, both the preseason and the regular season. I think we were 7-2 in the NFL with our premium plays last week, but better than that. Perfect 4-0 with Wise Guy plays. I think with baseball and football combined, college and pro, I think we're on like an 8-2 run with Wise. So we're winning in every single solitary sport at OffshoreInsiders.com.
Washington Philly is the first game we're going to cover in this call. Philly's a 6.5-point home favorite. Totals 50 or 50.5. Philly, of course, coming off of the Monday night win against the Colts. The Redskins demolished the Jaguars last week, but it was the Jaguars. Philly, look, they're a team with some obvious strengths, right? But they don't seem to be one of these teams that can put it together for a full 4 quarters. At some point, they're either going to go way up and let the other team back in, or they're going to go way down and then come all the way back. So as a 6.5-point favorite, I think that my pick here has to be the Redskins plus 6.5. They're either going to go up early, Philly comes back and gets the win but not the cover, or Philly goes up early and then lets Washington back in. What do you think, Joe?
In my plan, you're right. The Eagles, they've been terrible in both first halves, and then they've been tremendous in the second half of both games. But the scary thing is, Philadelphia still leads the league in offensive yards and points scored, despite the fact they've only played one quality half each game. But then again, that gets back to my golden rule. It's a lot more about pace than it is about the offensive or defensive competence when it comes to totals. So because we have 2 of the top 4 teams in terms of number of snaps, and no, Washington is not going to slow it down with Kirk Cousins. I'm going to be honest with you. Although RG3 has the better upside, and he's the one who, in his rookie year, showed he could potentially be a superstar. Right now, I mean, even if with a healthy RG3, Washington's offense is better with Kirk Cousins. They're not going to slow it down. They're 2 of the top 4 teams in the league in terms of snaps. Philadelphia at 73.5, Washington at 72. We're talking about offensive snaps. Remember, Deshaun Jackson makes his return to Philadelphia. Jackson, we always knew, was one of the most talented receivers in the league. Whether or not he shows up to play, that was always a big question mark. Well, in this situation, he's going to come to play. So both of these teams have quality offenses. The Redskins have actually been giving up big plays on defense. And keep in mind, they faced Ryan Fitzpatrick and Chad Henne the first 2 weeks. Now they're facing this offensive juggernaut. This game is going to go way over. It's a high total, but all things considered, it's not that obnoxiously high. It's going over.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not that high. 50 or 50.5 is the market-wide line right now, so you can have 50 for the purposes of this video. And, we saw this a little bit in the preseason. Philly's totals were just seemed a little bit low, and they wound up going over. In the regular season, it's continued on here. And, in light of some of the other totals, this week, the Green Bay game has a 53 total. The market will certainly put up a 53, 54, 55, no problem. Why is this line just 50?
It is quite interesting, and I don't know, maybe they believe the public perception is that Washington isn't as good with Kirk Cousins in the lineup. Not that Cousins has been spectacular, but keep in mind, RG3 hasn't been impressive since his rookie year. So, yeah, I mean, maybe this line would be much higher if you had a healthy RG3. And keep in mind that that a lot of opinions that I respect, they say this Andre Roberts for Washington. We were all over him in Arizona last year, but he's really developing a chemistry with Cousins, and he could be one of the more underrated wide receivers in the league. So with all this focus on Jackson, honestly, I think both of these teams are going to score a lot of points. I think both of these teams will get halfway. The losing team will get halfway to 50, and obviously the winning team certainly will. So, yeah, I think this game will go over the total pretty comfortably.
All right, sounds good, Joe Duffy. Over 50 it is in Washington, Philly. Thanks, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.